What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back here with another album reaction video. So today is going to be very different from the normal reaction videos, and that's because I wasn't recording my microphone in the video. I recorded a reaction to The Queen is Dead by the Smiths, and I opened the recording afterwards and I find out that my microphone was somehow not recording my voice. This is the second time that this has happened. And so I was actually kind of really sad when I found out that it wasn't recording my voice. But I'm not gonna let that stop me again, because before this happened with when I listened to Oasis, I reacted to Morning Glory, and it it did the same thing. My mic wasn't connected for some reason. Uh, my my computer does this thing where it just randomly disconnects my microphone. So anyway, I am just going to do a voiceover, although that may not be the most ideal thing. The music is still in there, and you're still going to be able to see my initial face reactions and stuff. You just won't be able to hear what I'm saying. So that is the part that sucks the most about this, is that you won't be able to hear what I'm saying. But I want to somehow salvage this. So please just if you don't like voiceovers or post reaction analysis, then to just maybe not watch this video, because yeah, you will see, it's pretty different than usual, but this is what I want to do to salvage it, and this is probably the best thing I can do to salvage it. But yeah, so if you're wondering why I started with this album instead of like their first or second album, it's because I already listened to those, and I want my videos to only be my first time reactions. So I I listen to discographies in order, and I listened to Self-Titled and Meat is Murder, and those albums are amazing. Um, I could go through the albums real quick. Also, I listened to Hatful of Hollow, and yeah, the Smiths are really special. Morrissey's voice is one of the best in just music history, to be honest. Um, Especially after I listened to this album, that just like further confirmed it for me. But let me pull it up real quick. So yeah, here it is. I've listened to. You can't really see it over my camera that well, but um, I've listened to Hatful of. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I've listened to this. My favorites off of here are these liked tracks, pretty much all of them, to be honest. Um, yeah, and I really think that these two albums are, especially Meat is Murder, is kind of underrated. But I think Reel Around the Fountain off of Self-Titled is one of my favorite Smiths tracks that I've listened to so far. Um, by the way, if you just want to skip forward to my reaction, then go for it. I will leave a timestamp in the comments, which will give you the time of the first song if you don't want to listen to this. But anyway, um, so there's some really good tracks off of here, like You've Got Everything Now, Pretty Girls Make Graves, This Charming Man. And This Charming Man was actually one of the first Smith's tracks that really got me into the band. Interestingly enough, and other songs I like off of here is these number 9, number 10. What difference does it make? And I don't owe you anything. And then I think "Meat Is Murder" is might be my favorite that I've listened to them so far, except for "The Queen Is Dead," which I think "The Queen Is Dead" will probably overtake that. But so we have the Headmaster Ritual, which is amazing. I Want the One I Can't Have. That Joke Isn't Funny Anymore. Well, I Wonder, and Barbarism Starts at Home. So yeah, those are my favorites off those albums, and yeah. So let's get right into it. I'm going to skip forward to the reaction of my voiceover. I just kind of wanted to read this annotation on Genius before starting to kind of give us a bit more context on the album. Um, of course, I know this album, The Queen is Dead, is said to be their best album, and I've seen a lot of people rate it like in their top 50 favorite albums of all time, and maybe even like higher. Um, so yeah, I was really excited to listen to this album. The Smiths followed their 1985 sophomore album "Meat Is Murder" 1 year later with their critically acclaimed third album "The Queen Is Dead." Several of the songs were created while the group was on tour in 1985, with Morrissey writing the lyrics and John Marr composing the music. The album's title was derived from the second part of the Hubert Selby Jr.'s 1964 novel Last Exit to Brooklyn, but in his 2013 autobiography, Morrissey suggested that Johnny's parents were upset by the title and thought they should use Bigmouth Strikes Again as the album's title instead. Huh, interesting. I mean, The Queen is Dead is kind of like a shocking title, to be honest. The Smiths displayed their brand of mope rock, which I don't know what mope rock is, but I know they have some very introspective lyric and melancholy lyrics. On the singles Bigmouth Strikes Again and There Is a Light That Never Goes Out, which helped the album achieve platinum status in the UK and gold status in the US. The Queen is Dead has been highly acclaimed by numerous publications, including a rank of 113 on Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Albums of All Time list. Oh, cool. Alright. And I thought the cover was kind of interesting too. Yeah. Let's see what it says here. French thespian. Aileen Delon is pictured on the Smiths' masterpiece "The Queen is Dead." Delon wrote to the frontman giving his approval for them to use an image from a 1964 noir film, The Unvanquished. It came with a caveat though. He revealed that DeLon told him that his parents were upset that anyone would call an album "The Queen is Dead." Interesting. Alright, let's get into track 1. The Queen is Dead. So before we get into it, I'm just gonna let you guys know that there's gonna be pausing mid-song in some places that you may not like. And that's really the only way that I'm gonna be able to salvage this video, is just by pausing and giving my thoughts from time to time, and kind of updating you guys on what I was kind of feeling in that moment and stuff. But yeah, let's get into it. Instead. Interesting. Alright, let's get into track 1. The Queen is Dead.
Charles, don't you ever crave to appear on the front of the Daily Mail, dressed in your mother's bridal veil? And so I checked all the registered historical facts, and I was shocked into shame to discover how I'm the 18th pale descendant of some old queen or other. Oh, has the world changed and we've all changed? Oh, has the world changed and we've all changed? Some 9-year-old chap who peddled drugs, I swear to God, I swear, never even knew what drugs were.
So, right off the beginning of the album, we are put into this world where it feels like a complete step up from their previous albums. They're self-titled and Meat is Murder. The mixing, that's one of the main thing that I mentioned, was that the mixing was just so amazing. Like, everything was the right balance, and to start off the album with that drum solo and these amazing lyrics, I could tell that I was in for something special here. Now, I'm not going to be able to go into deep analysis of every single track. In fact, I'm not going to analyze these tracks that much, to be honest. I'm just going to be doing a big analysis at the end of the album, giving my final thoughts and stuff. But yeah, let's keep going.
So I broke into the palace with a sponge and a rusty spanner. She said, I know you and you cannot sing. I said, that's nothing, you should hear me play piano. We can go for a walk where it's quiet and dry and talk about precious things. But when you're tied to your mother's apron, no one talks about frustration. We can go for a walk where it's quiet and dry and talk about precious things like love and law and poverty. We can go for a walk where it's quiet and dry and talk about precious things. But the rain that flattens my hair,
So I thought this line was interesting. We can go for a walk where it's quiet and dry and talk about precious things like love and law and poverty. And I think here he's referring to royalty and the monarchy, how they think precious things are things such as law and poverty. And that is where it's just, it makes no sense. Like, why those things would be considered precious. And then in parentheses in the next line, he says, "These are the things that kill me." So obviously, the way uh, they still talk about this stuff is affecting Morrissey, and to a point where it's killing him.
Standing on a limb. Life is very long when you're lonely. Life is very long when you're lonely. Life is very long when you're
This instrumental section is crazy, by the way. At this point, I was just lost in the sauce. Yeah, so that is The Queen is Dead. Um, as we can see here, it parodies media fascination with the royal family over bombastic guitar bursts and an aggressive bass line. And yeah, that was such a great way to open up this album. Uh, let's move on to the next track, Frankly, Mr. Shankly.
Frankly, Mr. Shankly, this position I've held, it pays my way and it corrupts Frankly, Mr. Shankly, I'm a sickening wreck. I've got the 21st century breathing down my neck. I must move fast, you understand me. I want to go down in celluloid history, Mr. Shankly.
This track here is just a completely different shift from the first track, and it was actually kind of surprising. This track gives a way happier vibe than some of the other tracks on this album. It's way more upbeat, and that instrumental section between verse 1 and verse 2 is, oh, it's actually, the guitar is just to die for. Johnny Marr just does crazy with his guitar playing on this album. I'm assuming that's Johnny Marr.
Fame, fame, fatal fame. It can play hideous tricks on the brain. But still I'd rather be famous than righteous or holy. Any day, any day, any day. But sometimes I feel more fulfilled making Christmas cards with the mentally ill. I want to live and I want to love. I want to catch something that I might be ashamed of. Frankly, Mr. Shankly, this position I've held, it pays my way and it corrodes my soul. Oh, I didn't realize that you wrote poetry. I didn't realize you wrote such bloody awful poetry, Mr. Shankly. Frankly, Mr. Shankly, since you ask, you are a flatulent pain in the ass. I do not mean to be so rude. Still I must speak frankly, Mr. Shankly. Oh, give us money.
So I think that song is basically more kind of Morrissey wondering what his life would be like and how it would be different if he never went into this life of fame and never just lived like a normal person. Here he says, but sometimes I feel more fulfilled making Christmas cards with the mentally ill. I want to live and I want to love. I want to catch something that I might be ashamed of. Which kind of shows how he just wants to be like everyone else. Just amazing song overall. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. I Know It's Over.
Soul falling over my head. And as I climb into an empty bed, oh well, enough said. I know it's over, still I cling. I don't know where else I can go. Oh, mother, I can feel the soil falling over my head. See, the sea wants to take me, the knife wants to slit me. Do you think you can help me? Sad veiled bride, please be happy. Handsome groom, give her room. Loud, loutish lover, treat her kindly, though she needs you more than she loves you. And I know it's over, still I cling. I don't know where else I can go. Over, 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 over. I know it's over, and it never really began. But in my heart, it was so real. And you even spoke to me and said, if you're so funny, then why are you on your own tonight? And if you're so clever, then why are you on your own tonight? If you're so very entertaining, then why are you on your own tonight? If you're so very good looking, why do you sleep alone tonight? I know, 'cause tonight is just like any other night. That's why you're on your own tonight. With your triumphs and your charms, over in each other's arms. It's so easy to laugh, it's so easy to hate. It takes strength to be gentle and kind. Over, 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 over. It's so easy to laugh, it's so easy to hate. It takes guts to be gentle and kind. Over, over. Love is natural and real, but not for you, my love. Not tonight, my love. Love is natural and real, but not for such as you and I, my love. Oh, mother, I can feel the soil falling over my head. Oh, mother, I can feel the soil falling over my head. Mother, I can feel the soil falling over my Mother, I can feel the soil falling over my Oh, mother, I can feel the soil falling over my head. Oh, mother, I can feel the soil falling over my head.
That song is so beautiful, dude. As you can tell from my reaction at the end there, I was kind of just speechless. The way that song just evolves all the way till the end, um, and the imagery that Morrissey puts in our heads here is just so. The lyrics are just so good. He's addressing the dark, helpless feeling of being utterly alone at night, equating it to a slow death or burial. The mention of the mother at the start of the verse highlights the speaker's fear, reverting him to an infantile dependent stage. The empty bed may also symbolize a padded coffin. Moses' resigned tone in "Oh Well, Enough Said" cuts the first verse short on the third line. This gives the impression that the singer doubts his audience is truly listening, which emphasizes the speaker's loneliness and self-consciousness. And here he says, "I know it's over, still I cling." And so even though he knows the relationship is over, he feels like he has nowhere else to go and that he can't move on and that there's no one else for him out there. I mean, this is like a thing that a lot of people go through. He says he feels the soil falling over his head. And he even says, "The sea wants to take me. The knife wants to slit me," meaning he was suicidal, even because of this. So this is a very deep song, very deep song, and it's gonna require some more listening for me to be able to get the full analysis out of here. But verse 3 was also interesting. It was kind of talking about from the perspective of the lover. If you're so funny, then why are you on your own tonight? And if you're so clever, then why are you on your own tonight? And yeah, just one of the best Smiths tracks I've ever heard, hands down. Yeah. Let's keep going on to the next track.
When you walk without ease on these streets where you were raised, I had a really bad dream. It lasted 20 years, 7 months, and 27 days, and I never
Another amazing track off of this album. I feel like this one is a bit underrated, to be honest. It doesn't have as many likes as the other one. But here, let's go over it a little bit. I kind of just want to give quick thoughts on it. So here it says, "No, never had no one ever is the Smiths at their bleakest, like listening to a birth of a depression." Uh, yeah, he feels like he's an outsider. He has a nagging feeling of being an outsider to the world. He says, uh, "I'm outside your house. I'm alone. I hate to intrude. Oh, alone. I'm alone." Kind of like emphasizing his loneliness there. Um, he says he had a really bad dream that lasted 20 years, 7 months, and 27 days, which was probably the age that he was. Here it says on the right, let me pause here. It was the frustration that I felt at the age of 20 when I was still didn't feel easy walking around the streets on which I'd been born, where all my family had lived. They're originally from Ireland, but had been here since the 50s. It was a constant confusion to me why I never really felt this is my patch, this is my home. I know these people, I can do what I like because this is mine. It never was. I can never walk easily. Yeah, I can relate to the song a lot. I unfortunately, like, sometimes I just feel like an outsider to a lot of people. I feel like I don't fit in with groups of people that well, to be honest. It's just like, I don't know if it's just the way society is or what, but yeah, it's kind of sad how it's so hard to find a place for your own place where you can just be yourself without having to fake anything nowadays. It's just really hard. Um, and I think this song kind of reflects that even back then, like almost 40 years ago now. Yeah, so that was No One Never Had No One Ever. Crazy track, to be honest.
I dreaded sunny days, so I'll meet you at the Cemetry Gates. Keats and Yates are on your side. I dreaded sunny days, so I'll meet you at the Cemetry Gates. Keats and Yates are on your side. Wild, wild is on mine. So we go inside and we gravely read the stones. All those people, all those lives, where are they now? Oh, with the loves and hates and passions just like mine. They were born and then they lived and then they died. Seems so unfair, I want to cry. You say a thrice the sun-done salutation to the dawn, and you claim these words as your own. But I've read well and I've heard them said 100 times, maybe less, maybe more. If you must write pros and poems, the words you use should be your own. Don't plagiarize or take on loan. But there's always someone somewhere with a big nose who knows and trips you up and laughs when you fall. Who'll trip you up and laugh when you fall. You say long done do dusted, words which could only be your own, and then produce the text from whence was ripped some dizzy whore 1804. A dreaded sunny day, so let's go where we're happy and then meet you at the Cemetry Gates. Oh, Keats and Yates are on your side. I dreaded sunny days, so let's go where we're wanted, and I meet you at the Cemetry Gates. Keats and Yates are on your side, but you lose, 'cause where the lover wild is on my ship.
It's kind of hard to get the meaning out of that song because there was like a bunch of different things that he talked about. But it seems like Morrissey, he seemed to enjoy these long walks where he would go to the cemeteries, and it is strangely comforting in a way, but not really. I don't know, like, I can see what he's saying here. This is gonna need some more listens though and some more analysis, but here he talks about plagiarism in verse 3. Yeah, so I'm just not gonna be able to get much out of that one. But it was very like happy sounding, surprisingly. Like we go from depression to happy sounding in like one track to the other. So they seem to be doing mastery of mixing the emotions. But yeah, let's keep going on to the next track.
Sweetness, I was only joking when I said I'd like to mash every tooth in your head. Oh, sweetness, I was only joking when I said by rights you should be bludgeoned in your bed. And now I know how Joan of Arc felt. Now I know how Joan of Arc felt. As the flames rose to her Roman nose and her Walkman started to melt. Bigmouth strikes again, and I've got no right to take my place to the human race. Bigmouth, Bigmouth strikes again, and I've got no right to take my place to the human race. And now I know how Joan of Arc felt. Now I know how Joan of Arc felt. As the flames rose to her Roman nose and her hearing aid started to melt. Bigmouth,
So that track is interesting. The lyrics are kind of straightforward, but not straightforward at the same time. Um, like for some reason, this band in particular just has a way to making things seem simple, but not simple at the same time. Uh, I don't know about the story of Joan of Arc, unfortunately, but um, that's actually so bad for me not to know that. But um, yeah, I think he's referring to himself as Bigmouth in the song as a reference to how he often says what is on his mind. Um, let's see what it says here. The sentiments of this first stanza are deeply ironic. The speaker is not expressing genuine regret. To say he was only joking when he told his sweetness that she should by rights be bludgeoned is hardly an apology. This sarcasm is directed towards everyone Morrissey has had a beef with, which covers a lot of persons in the politics, royalty, and the music industry. So, apparently, he has a big mouth. Okay, let's move on. I mean, there's obviously more to it than that, but let's just keep moving.
The boy with a thorn in his side. Behind the hatred there lies a murderous desire for love. How can they look into my eyes and still they don't
So yeah, that is my favorite track off this album. Uh, you may be surprised to be honest, but the more that I listen to this track, the more it's like it's just starting to become ingrained in my brain. That singing, holy shit. The singing on this song is actually some of the best Smith singing I've ever heard. Like, just singing in general. That song is so fun to sing along to. If you never sung along to that song, you're missing out, to be honest, because holy shit. Like, the melody, like, how can they see the love in our eyes? How can they look into my eyes and still they don't believe me? Uh, and then they look into our eyes, so both of them, and then they still don't believe him. They still don't believe them that they're in love. Or I don't know. Is it they don't believe their love? That's something that I don't understand. Uh, I'm pretty sure that's what he means because the first chorus, um, it pretty much gives it away. The boy with a thorn in his side, behind the hatred there lies a murderous desire for love. But they don't believe that he wants love. Let's see. The thorn is the music industry and all these people who never believe what I said, tried to get rid of me, never played the records, and so I think we've reached the stage where if they don't believe me now, will they ever believe me? The line, a murderous desire for love, contrasts love and the hate together to subvert the opening expectations. It seems that the boy with the thorn in his side has some intent for hateful slaughter, but rather is just an exaggerated desire for love. Great track. Um, Great track. Let's keep going.
I was minding my business, lifting some lead off the roof of a holy name church. It was worthwhile living a laughable life, setting my eyes on the blistering sides of a Tutu. Is not strange, he just wants to live his life this way. A sketchy bitch of a finger with a decorative ring wouldn't cover the head of a goose.
I don't have much to say about this one. I think I'm just gonna move on to the next track. Uh, Not every track has to be talked about. Um, so yeah, let's just move on to There's a Light That Never Goes Out. I enjoyed the track, but I feel like that track is easily the weakest off the album. It doesn't really stick out to me at all, unfortunately. Not to say it doesn't have some kind of good message or something, but yeah, it just didn't interest me that much. So let's go into There Is a Light That Never Goes Out, the classic.
Take me out tonight, where there's music and there's people and the young and the light. Driving in your car, I never want to go home, because I haven't got one anymore. Take me out tonight, because I want to see people and I want to see light. Driving in your car, oh please don't drop me home, because it's not my home, it's their home and I'm welcome no more. And if a double-decker bus crashes into us, to die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. And if a 10-ton truck kills the both of us, to die by your side, well, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. Take me out tonight, take me anywhere, don't care, don't care, don't care. And in the darkened underpass, I thought, oh God, my chance has come at last. But then a strange fear gripped me and I just couldn't ask. Take me out tonight, oh take me anywhere, don't care, don't care, don't care. Driving in your car, I never want to go home, because I haven't got one, oh I haven't got one. And if a double-decker bus crashes in
Yeah, so that track is such a classic, man. Uh, to kind of give my post thoughts analysis on this track, I kind of did a really good job of explaining the track in the video, but basically, this song is about escaping with a lover, mostly. Um, just here it says, driving in your car, I never, never want to go home because I haven't got one anymore. His home doesn't feel, his house at home with his family doesn't feel like his home anymore. His home now feel is with her, is what he's saying here, which is just that's really, it's just such a great way to put it, to be honest. Um, Driving in your car, please don't drop me home because it's not my home, it's their home, and I'm welcome no more. So, and then on the chorus, he just lays it all out. Like, even if I were to die with you, I would still rather have that than not be with you. It's like, it's just extremely romantic. It kind of reminds me of like classic Shakespeare Romeo and Juliet type shit. Like, if I can't be with you, then I'll just die with you. Types thing. It's like kind of the same thing as Romeo and Juliet, which is cool because it's like it's like modern day Romeo and Juliet. But yeah, that track, yeah, the strings towards the end of the track just adds so much to the vibe, and these strings on here are just some of the best strings I've ever heard ever. Like they hit so hard, man. It's just crazy. Um, but yeah, that's probably my third or fourth favorite off the album. But yeah, let's keep going on to the last track here. To finish this off, Some Girls Are Bigger Than Others.
Ice age to the dull age, there is but one concern I have just discovered. Some girls are bigger than others. Some girls are bigger than others. Some girls' mothers are bigger than other girls' mothers. Some girls are bigger than others. Some girls are bigger than others. Some girls' mothers are bigger than other girls' mothers. As Antony said to Cleopatra as he opened a crater veil, oh, I said, some girls are bigger than others. Some girls are bigger than others. Some girls' mothers are bigger than other girls' mothers. Some girls are bigger than others. Some girls are bigger than others. Some girls' mothers are bigger than other girls' mothers. Pillow.
At first, I thought this last track was. At first, this title kind of confused me, but as I started reading the lyrics, it kind of just made sense. Um, when he says some girls are bigger than others, he's not referring to height or or their personality or whatever. He's referring to their breasts. So yeah, this is such a big problem in even today, even in modern day society. People just can't seem to talk about much else other than like when I'm with my friends, with a group of f- friends that are boys and stuff. Um, at least growing up, a lot of the conversation was about who do you like, who looks the best, and to be honest, like a lot of that stuff was just a waste of time, to be honest. Like yes, you can talk about it, but don't talk about it to the point where you mention it like every time we get together. Like um it's kind of what Morrissey is saying here. Like, can we talk about something else, please? Like, we there's so many other things that we can talk about, and you decide to talk about that. Like, it never made sense to me personally, um, and it still seems to apply today. Um, I mean, I overhear people talking at my school and stuff, and they're always talking about other people. They're always talking about their crushes and their their for like what they want and stuff, and it's just like, can we please talk about something else, man? Like, come on, is is this all there is to life? Is love and falling in love the only thing you people care about? Like, you know, it kind of feels like that. But yeah, that's gonna conclude the album. I'm going to give my my final thoughts here in the final section, but yeah, I tried to salvage this as best I could, and I think I did a pretty decent job actually. Um, I didn't. It's not gonna be the same um, as having the audio, but I feel like I did a decent job. And yeah, well, everyone, although it was scuffed, I've we got to the end of it, and yeah, what an amazing album. Just I'm so glad that I listened to this album, and I'm glad that I was able to salvage this video, even though my my mic wasn't recording. I'm glad that I was able to salvage it because for me, these first time reactions are everything. Like, if I just re recorded my second reaction to this album, I don't think it would have been as good, to be honest. It's not my genuine reaction, first reaction, and I would rather just do this than go through that. Um, but yeah, the I just to recap, I know I said that I was gonna do like a post album analysis or whatever, but at this point, I think I'm good. Um, if you want me to do like another video, um, going into this album into more depth in the future, then let me know in the comments. But I feel like I did a decent amount of talking on each track. Some tracks like Vicar. Why do I say it like that? Vicar. Vicar. Vicar in a tutu? I don't know what a vicar is. I don't know. That track I need to listen to more, but it's definitely the weakest track on the album. And I think my favorite track on the album is actually the boy with the thorn in his side. Surprisingly enough, this song is just so fun to sing along to, and it sounds like Morrissey is just having fun in this song. I don't know. And then The Queen is Dead was amazing. It was that instrumental section towards the end, and those lyrics about the royalty, and then Bigmouth Strikes Again was amazing. I Know It's Over was probably like my second favorite off the album. Um, just very relatable as well. Um, a lot of people can relate to these lyrics, which is why I think they kind of stick with so many people. Um, I I just noticed that Cemetery Gates is pronounced uh is spelt wrong, which is interesting. Um, and yeah, that's the album. There's the light that never goes out. It was amazing. Yeah, that's gonna conclude it. The next album reaction will not be nearly this scuffed, and yet again, I apologize, but yeah, leave a like in the comments down below. Wait, I said that wrong. um, Remember to leave a like and drop a comment if you uh liked. I don't know. Why can I not talk right now? Okay. Anyway, just yeah. Thanks for watching.